First opened in 2017. There's a look at the beautiful state-of-the-art Mercedes-Benz Stadium here in Atlanta, GA. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Dallas Cowboys and the Atlanta Falcons. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Ready to break.
Mike 55, Mike 55.
X3, 218, chopper. Hit it.
Throwing on first down. Lawrence. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Foyesade Oluwakan made the tackle there from his safety position. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Prescott to throw it. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Now it's Gurley. Room here to run. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus?
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They'll run with Harris. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout. And that means your offense has to keep pace.
54. Mike 54. Check the out.
Hey, high 7.
2nd and 5.
Mike 54. Mike 54.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. He probably feels like he cannot get a break. He was sacked 7 times last week. And here we go again in the first quarter.
And we always talk about the internal clock of a quarterback in the pocket and how he has to have a real keen sense of it in order to get rid of the football. After being sacked 7 times last week, that clock has been sped up.
Now, shoot.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Lawrence under pressure again, and down he goes again. Gerald McCoy has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
It's up about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
You know, he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Here's Elliott. And 3 yards there, takes him to the 45.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
From the 45 on second down, Prescott. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 40.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Brings up second at the 39-yard line.
From the 39, Prescott. Flush to his right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways, and right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week, and we just saw their first one of this game.
Prescott down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. Boy, some big runs here, Charles, already in this first quarter.
Yeah, if the lanes are there, go ahead and exploit them. And what I like the most, how decisive he is, putting his foot in the ground and going.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver, but it's going to be second down.
It leads to second and 10.
They'll come up now with a clock showing 3 seconds to go here in the first.
Check. Hey, exit. Hustle.
Back to the air on second down. Lawrence. Oh, and it's intercepted. He was trying to get it to Ridley. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. And he will be brought down, but he's got the interception on the final play of this first quarter. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And an alley to run. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
He's brought down by Deion Jones. 5 yards on the play. And it's third down.
Hey, here we go. 49. Here we go. 46. Go to 54. Go to 54. Line 43.
On third down, it's Prescott. Cooper's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Check. Fresno.
Prescott from the gun, eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had the incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the 1st.
Watch out.
Here we go, 47.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Forced out to his left. Now he'll let it go deep. It's caught at the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
54, going to 54. Line Jim. They're going to 53. 26.
Prescott. Steps away under pressure. Down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in.
And the pressure gets to him again. Tyler Davison hauling it off the edge to sack him.
And it appears to me that someone's defensive coordinator is jockeying for a raise. A sack on 2nd and goal, a sack on 3rd and goal. Now brings up a decision on 4th down.
So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board. But conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
General West. Ready.
They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. Sheds off the tackle, and he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A nice pickup there, 18 yards, 1st down Falcons. And a nice little broken tackle run there by Todd Gurley, the 10th pick in the 2015 draft.
And that's what you get with him, that full package of speed, power, able to catch the ball in the backfield. Many people doubted him coming out because of the knee injury in college. They're seeing the full Todd Gurley now, and it hurts.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
Gurley. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd and 10.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Last stop.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. A nice pickup there, 18 yards, first down Falcons.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this, when he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
A good pickup there, 26 yards. And that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. 12 yards is the pickup, good for a first down for the Falcons. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 13-yard line.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. They're 2nd and 11. They run. It's Gurley. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead is now 10-3. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
18-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do or, I guess, don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball?
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Tack McKinley in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Hey, check.
Here's Prescott.
Yeah, let's go sack lunch.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Check 50.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. And they'll indeed stop him on third down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number one. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 44-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Brings up second and 12 at the 41-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right.
Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot.
The final shot before break. Lawrence looking downfield for Jones. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, but they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Get ready. Get ready.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 17 yards on the play there. The Cowboys have a first down. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. 10th carry now for Elliott. Give him a couple on the carry there. Second and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
That's a run. Hey, they're running it.
From the 45 on second down, Prescott. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Dante Fowler racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now he'll let it go deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
Ready, set.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. check so far. The defense shut him down. Let's see what the offense gets done.
Boy, he ran free there after the catches. That winds up going for 38. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now Gurley. And down to the 36-yard line here. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Another carry now for Gurley. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Joe McCoy is always going to be linked with Ndamukong Suh. They came into the NFL in the same draft class. There was a lot of debate about who was going to be the better defensive tackle. They just do it 2 different ways. McCoy, more movement, more elusiveness. That allowed him to make the play there for a short gain.
He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Bring it. Bring it. Go. Get it.
On 4th down, Lawrence. It's caught. Jones. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
Let's go.
From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10.
152 fighter.
Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Hey, Charlie.
Get in the weight room. Mike 55. Mike 55.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Lawrence. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Grady Jarrett in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Hey.
Now Prescott. And he's going to go down again. Takk McKinley has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Throwing, Prescott. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Atlanta. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. This is Harris. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already.
Here we go. 18 Gator.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Randy Gregory in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. They try right side here. Gurley. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. Finding Gabriel complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Looking to throw. Lawrence. Dancing to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Here we go.
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10.
I'm coming after you.
Back to throw. Lawrence. This one caught by Ridley. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Is that not the very definition of a tough yard game?
Now, is that one where as the receiver you go to your quarterback and say, why'd you even throw that?
Yeah, I think you do, and I think you wonder what type of a route are you going to send me on that only 1 yard's going to be the result? If I'm going to go in there and take contact, let's go and get something out of it, not just 1 yard.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however, and let's see what that's about. So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose it down on the grounding call. From the gun, Lawrence. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty. And his kick is indeed good. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So his 2nd field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
Made at the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with him punting the football away.
Yes,
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off near the 44. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Count them now, 6 interceptions between last week and this week. Now, the 3 picks last week helped them to a win. They're in the driver's seat once more.
And they're the ones that are doing all the leading, aren't they? Right? The 3 interceptions last week, that led to a victory. 3 interceptions so far in this game, that has them out in front. We often think of the offense driving things. In this case, it's the defense, not just holding teams, but creating big plays for themselves.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
Protein spell. Shoot.
Off play action. Lawrence looking deep for a man that's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Falcons turn that interception into a touchdown. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go. At their own 26-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Now, last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. The first play of the drive there is incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Prescott now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
47. 26.
Here's Prescott. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
We're going to 54. Why?
They'll throw again. Prescott. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Lamb. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
First down, Prescott. Going to throw deep for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there. And it's 2nd down.
Okay, partner, hyperbole alert, all right? I think that this has got to be the best game I've seen this secondary play this entire season. Doesn't matter whether they've been in man, zone, they've reacted, communicated, and really made plays on the football.
They absolutely have. And the play on that last deep ball, maybe the best example of it, they've been solid all game long. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Amari Cooper, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
And 10 yards to go.
Here we go. 27. Mike 27.
Hey, here we go. Watch
Here we go. Kill.
pass.
Hey, check Mike 27. Check Mike 27.
26.
To the air again, Prescott. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy.
Mike's 5-4. Mike's 5-4. Mike's 5-4.
26.
Now Prescott on 4th down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Gerald McCoy in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. And some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to let this one go deep. Got a man that's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones, 61 yards. And the Falcons push further out in front. Extra point attempt here still to come. And the lead is now 24.
Makes the score Falcons 27, Cowboys 3.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line.
Good one, boys. Let's go.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Prescott. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play.
Here we go, 46. Here we go, kill.
27, check Mike.
26.
On first and 10, Prescott. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And he'll get this back across the midfield stripe and down to the 47-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Ready?
From the pistol, it's Gurley. Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside of the 40. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for Atlanta, they're now a win away from a perfect regular season as they move to 15-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for Dallas, it's a bad time of year to take a loss like this as they drop to 10-5. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew... We've had spotty showers since about 7 a.m. here in D.C., and the radar indicates it's going to continue, but nothing to stop football from happening at FedEx Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Giants and the Washington Redskins. Here's the kicker, Aldrich Rosas, ready to get us going. And we are underway from FedEx Field. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Set, hut. 15 on it. 15 on it.
Right there, 56.
Coming for you. Get out of that. Pause.
Jones now on 1st and 10. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Emerson Griffin on the sack, taken to the 4th round back in 2010. What a steal. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
Touchdown, Washington. A great play there. 97 yards. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0.
Redskins 7, Giants nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
On the double.
Check, 59.
Get it roll. West.
Set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Kill.
Now they try the right side here. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
59. Cut. Motion.
Wahoo.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59.
Here's 2nd and 8.
You ain't going nowhere.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
I'm coming.
A loss of 6 yards. And it's
Shoot this side. We got 3.
3rd and 14.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking for Shepard deep. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Redskins first down.
50, Mike's 50.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Jones. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Everson Griffin picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
Watch twist. Watch twist.
SOS. 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 SOS.
Throwing Jones. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. Past the 20. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 51 yards. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25.
Let's go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
Go. Go.
Now a handoff looking right. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
And the Redskins have an extra man in the secondary here on 3rd.
Hey, wahoo!
Mike's 59. Mike's 59.
Let's get the ball.
59 is Mike. 59.
Yeah.
Here's Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Fielded at the 33. A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And the Redskins will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington 1st down. That right there, Charles, I think is a prime example of what they're scared of. They said, yeah, you can run. We know you can take off, but be smart. He got hit pretty hard there.
A lot of these young quarterbacks, they like to...
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Extra point good by Hopkins. And it's now 21-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee as as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Hey, Haywood.
Jones operating from the gun. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48, and the return stops at the 39-yard line. Well, why do you go out and spend a first-round pick on a defensive back? Plays like that. The rookie gets his first interception.
You have to have guys who can limit the other team's number of plays run and possessions. And no better way than an interception. And what a great way to break into the league.
And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Hopkins with the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it. And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
To throw again, Jones. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down.
How did he do that? How did he do it? I mean, in this type of weather, it's not just catching it, it's seeing it coming towards it. Maybe that's why he ended up having to go up one-handed, but boy, what a catch.
That was a spectacular one-handed grab. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports.
Ready? 50, plant.
Check, 59. Blue Dan.
On 3rd down, Penny. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Give him 6 yards in the first down.
It's a gain of 6. First down,
Bravo.
Giants.
Check 59.
Ready?
Now Jones on first down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Matt Ioannidis. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game.
High 7.
To try again after the sack. Jones. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now Jones. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his second of the game. Instead, fourth down. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Washington offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it first and 10.
Right there, 56. Watch the run, watch the run. Ready.
Harris starts the drive on the ground. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
15 Lonnie, 15 Lonnie. Stop here, D.
Martinez now. Off play action. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. A good pickup there at 22. Talk about a big first half. Already has the 2 touchdowns, adding to his receiving total there, picking up the first down.
He's coming off the line so fast. I think he's intimidating the defensive backs with his explosiveness, and he's chipping away at their confidence.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Watch the flag. Watch the flag. Motion. Block. Ready, go.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one go in the wrong direction. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
56. Man out. General, West.
From the gun, Martinez. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Everson Griffin getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Now it's Lockett. Officially, that'll be a 63-yard punt. Well done. And the Giants' drive will start from deep in their territory with a 1st and 10. The Giants' offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And this is not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Take it at the 37. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A terrific return there, 27 yards all told. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Watch the pass. Here we go.
They'll run on 1st down. Harris. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
You know, it's become cliche, but we have seen it and observed it. When runners have days like what we're seeing right now, they often take their offensive linemen out for steaks afterwards, don't they? They don't go buy them dinner. But after a play like that, he might reduce it.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns as his guys continue to pour it on. Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them, that's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. Montez Sweat. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
He hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
59. Smooth. To you. I'm going to come back to go.
One more time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. That's pulled in at the 32. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Looking to throw. Jones. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. Disaster there, resulting in a loss of 7 on 3rd down.
Okay, it's time for me to break out my thesaurus for that one. And I don't have anything. That was amazing. One-handed in this weather. I mean, you know the ball's got to be slick. But to be able to catch it and come down with it, what do they call that? The process of the catch? He completed it all the way through.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
How about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. To throw on 2nd down, Martinez. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Complete to Washington. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That's a 1st down with a cherry on top, 31 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Last play went for over 30 yards. This one not quite as big, but still over 20.
1st and 10 at the 10-yard line.
Martinez throwing on 1st down. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. 2nd and 15.
Right there, 56. Here we go. Here we go.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, one thing's for sure, they're still taking their shots downfield, even with a big lead.
No, I think it's way too early to go into a shell, so I like what they're doing. Continue to take your shots. Continue to be aggressive. It's not their job to slow themselves down.
Rolling to his right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
He was able to get away earlier in the drive, but apparently all the time they put in practice finally came to the front, didn't it? They remembered their lessons and found a way to contain him when he took off on that one.
And Hopkins' kick is good. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 23-yard line.
Ready, set.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The DN, Jonathan Allen, making sure his presence is felt.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
And the penalty helps, but not a whole lot. It's still 3rd and long.
Hey, Charlie. Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59.
I'm coming, baby. I'm coming, baby.
Woo!
Jones now. From the gun, he'll throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Montez Sweat able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And the Giants send out their punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Pulled in at the 24. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. And he's able to get this down deep on the Giants side of the field. A huge play there for Washington. 47 yards on the ground. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. First down, and they go back to Harris. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Just what he won on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 3-yard line.
On, 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. 2nd and 2. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point good by Hopkins, and that will extend this big lead.
Makes the score Redskins 45, Giants nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm. A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now of all the work he's getting.
On 2nd and 9, Jones. This is Shepard on the catch. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's up. Said and done.
Complete to Sterling Shepard. A gain of 34.
This will probably be the last play of the quarter.
New York. That's the end of the third quarter with the score Redskins 45, Giants nothing.
Here we go. Check. Set. 59 to Pittsburgh.
It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time.
Set.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
Check. 59. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run. Check.
66. Bullet. High.
And no pitch there and no chance either as he's brought down behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3 and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. They'll set up a throw. And that is incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5, and the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. Now, if you're a fan of punting, this game's for you. He's been out there quite a bit. That one, maybe his best yet.
Yeah, he certainly got his leg loose by now. It kind of reminds me of my college football coach, John Majors. He loved the punting game because he liked the positioning, the field position, and he loved to play defense. That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. They run again with Harris. And an alley to run. He's at the 50, 30, 20, 10. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. A big play there. 93 yards as his guys continue to pour it on. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week one. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week one. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want, but there carries a little extra pressure with that as well because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, two sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. Flushed out right.
I got you, boy.
And incomplete. He tried to leave it underneath. Nearly got picked. They may be lucky to have that one back. 3rd down. Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him getting outside there? And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. He's not giving up on this game, so every other player on the field has to say to himself, I can't give up either.
Well, the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
4th down.
They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 42-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. With this lead and the football, things obviously looking good, but maybe, you've taught me this before, maybe this is where the defense is hoping that the offense helps them preserve that shutout that they've got going.
And it has to be in the minds of the offense that they know how rare it is to get a shutout. So take care of them, protect them, take care of the ball, move it downfield, run the clock down. You don't want your defense to have to go on the field again the rest of the game. Reward them.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Now Martinez operating from the gun. And he is going to be run down. What a disaster there. A huge loss.
It's a team game, but sometimes individuals do stand out, don't they? How about that for a twofer? Tackle for a loss on the running play on the previous down, and then comes right back and gets a sack.
Here's Tressway now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Taken in at the 22. So a change of possession here on the punt. And we have reached the 2-minute warning. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so.
In a double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. Now we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. Washington's got it. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Second and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Back to throw. Martinez looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Third and 4.
5 in the secondary now for the Giants here on third. On third down, here's Harris. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. They get the first. The decision to run on third and medium winds up being a good one.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Looking to throw. Martinez. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. So a victory here for the Washington Redskins. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it